This is the unboxing of Marvel Legends' new Marvel's Binary, or just Binary Carol Danvers, which I happen to have here. I'll just show off just a little bit. Uncanny X-Men 164, which is, of course, in the Chris Claremont era, and we have Carol Danvers, who was at the time powerless, going off hanging out with the X-Men for reasons I won't go into right now, but they get involved with the Brood, and she gets experimented on, and bang! Her binary powers are more or less revealed, basically, is what happens through those experiments. So they came out with this figure. I do have, ooh, she's got a little sticky on her foot, so she stays on my desk. And she also has paint on her, but here is the Carol that I have customized somewhat, altered. She has the Emma Frost head that was an exclusive a few years back with that Emma Frost. I think it was a Walgreens, and then this is from actually the MCU binary figure. So that's the best that I could kind of come up with with what they've given us for Carol figures. And I also have Ms. Marvel number 20, the first time that she wears the classic Ms. Marvel black and gold leotard, as well as one of the more expensive ones that I've bought, Avenging Spider-Man number 9, which was a Kelly Sue DeConnick issue, and the first time she wears the Captain Marvel suit that was designed by, shoot, I'm blanking on the name, but it's Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson do the issue. I do not have this figure. They haven't updated her in a while, and she's kind of hard to get by, but they have Binary now, and so I figured I would go ahead and go over her and just show off some of my stuff while I do that. Real quick, I also have Ms. Marvel number 1, her first appearance as Ms. Marvel. Just had to throw that in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the box. This particular figure was actually purchased by my husband from England, or the UK, I'm not sure where specifically, but that's because she hasn't, as far as I know, hasn't been really found in the US yet, and it was my birthday, and I'm obviously a fan. And so he went ahead and got that, and it came in a little late, but I am happy to have it. And you can see the box art. I can't tell you who the art is by, and they never put it on these boxes. There's the legalese, as what's his name says it. Yeah, there's the box. Okay, so the back says, Marvel's Binary, an alien experiment conducted by the Brood transforms Carol Danvers into Binary, a being who can tap into unprecedented cosmic power. Basically, she taps into the power of a star. So let's go ahead. I already trimmed the tape on the sides. And if you know who this artist is, I recognize it, but there's no signature. Obviously, they don't really allow that in these boxes, but I can't say who the name is. I'm not sure. I can already tell you I'm going to have a lot of critiques about this, so just be prepared. Let's get her out first. This is an interesting choice, you gotta say. I didn't think that they were gonna make it go backwards like this. This kind of makes it look like, maybe when if she's in a flying pose, it'll look better. We'll see in a minute. But based off of, I won't open up the issue and show you. I totally could though. Based off of this appearance, I wouldn't expect it to look like that. So because I'm a sucker, I did open it. So this is the first time she really pops up as Binary. You can see it kind of has the 2 layers, possibly, and maybe that's where they got the going backwards from. In art, there you can see the differences. There's clearly a fair amount of sculpting that they just copped out on. They could have done around the flames on the rest of her body. I told you this is not going to be a very positive. I'm glad to have the figure, but they could have done so much better. Even with the face. The face is fairly expressionless. And they just don't have her like that in the comic. And I think the rest of this is pretty much other things that are going on. Oh, there you go. In the end, she bursts out of the side of the building. That's right. Which leads to her beating the brew at the end. But, yeah, nothing about this really shouts to me backwards. It shouts outwards. One thing that could be done, if you really want to, is you could get some hot glue and see about sculpting with hot glue. I think would be possibly the easiest thing, because it's a similar texture to this somewhat rubbery hair. And just as a bonus from this particular issue, creepy Ileana. This is one of my favorite panels of her ever. Oh, I love it. And again, this is Uncanny X-Men 164. The issue before this, I believe, 163, is when she becomes binary, when they give her those powers. When they trigger, I suppose, those powers, the brood. And so I have both issues, but this is the one, obviously, with the first cover appearance and the first major interior appearance of binary. So this is the one I obviously wanted to show off. She's got these fun little rubber things, which they use for pretty much anything, any power they can. They use these for ice, they use these for magic, they use these for fire. And of course the fists. I didn't show the fists when I was taking it out because they're literally just fists. And she is standing. I love her standing. I think the hair actually kind of helps balance her. So the feet, it's the terrible lady's feet, what can I say? So the feet can handle it a bit better that way. I don't know. Again, same effects. These ones are pretty cool, but they use these for, again, magic. I'm pretty sure water or ice and fire. So catch-all effects. And I'm sure that if I was to go ask my husband, which I might at the end of this video, he would be able to give me a plethora of similar effects that I could attach to her and make her look a little bit better. Because they really did cop out on, I mean, come on, Hasbro. That's how she looks in the back, in case you were wondering. She's got 2 holes. I wonder what the 2 holes are for. Oops, sorry, it's not even in frame. 2 holes. And I realized as I was saying that I was holding her buttocks to the frame, and I probably sound like a massive pervert now. That is a little smudge on her belly. We'll call it a off-center belly button. Otherwise, there's not really any mess-ups as far as I can tell with the paint job. Oop, nope, there's one up here. Can we see that? Yeah, okay. There's one up there, a little bit up here on the neck. What even would you call this part of it? The color change in the outfit is not as sharp as it could be. But as I say that, you know, the stars are incredibly sharp. So, oh, you can't even, the stars are incredibly sharp. So how do they, whatever. She does not have double jointed elbows. She does not have really any interesting sculpts. I don't think she has anything original besides her head. It's pretty much just a standard female figure body. Really stiff joints, really horrible stiff feet that are not at all what they could be. Let's go ahead and see if we can pose her to look a bit like the... See, it's not even the same expression. It's just blank face. I really wish they gave her a second head, because as I showed in those panels, she really does have a lot of expression. This is kind of a funny little area to look at. Okay, so I was saying I was going to try and stand her like this. And she's wearing heels, very clearly wearing heels. Although I did not look and see what the other panels had. It's possible that this is only for the cover. But that being said, Hasbro is very much known for taking one image of a figure and basing their entire, or sorry, one image of a character and basing their entire figure on it. I'm trying to get her arm to bend like in the thing. She looks like she's slouching. Is that just me? Did they have to put her head forward to put her hair on? They also should have put it on this body, definitely, but I mean, look at the, whatever. I think they put her head slightly more forward than it should be, and it does look oddly smaller as well compared to this one, which is weird. A little bit odd, but they have about the same level of costume detailing. Sculpting, that's about nothing. Let's put some flames on her, see what the ones that they sent her with look like. Like, something like that. So this is a piece that I believe came with Johnny Storm. I'm gonna put, not sure if I can put her on here. Man. Oh gosh, I can't get her hand out. There we go. And that would be this one. Alright. It's probably gonna have to be something like that because she got a little fist. Boop. It'll just kind of hang. Oh, will it even hang off her fist? It'll hang off her fist. Hey. It's kind of sort of similar to what the cover looks like, just a little bit. I'll zoom in for a second. Boop, boop, boop. I did my best. Oh, she needs some work for sure. I would really love to see a customizer get some, I don't know, clip-on leg pieces here to have her have those flames actually coming off her legs and her arms. Really honestly surprised they didn't do that because it's in literally every frame that she's in and this very iconic, well-known cover. But okay, I guess this is what they're giving us. Again, second head, I feel like that would have been an obvious choice, but in the US, this is going to be a Walgreens exclusive? Yes. Walgreens exclusive. But that apparently has not been showing up yet, so we got this. And look at that fabulous corner box. Oh my gosh, gotta love it. Do they have one on the other issue here? Yeah, we do. They even have one on this one. And no, I don't have her first appearance as Warbird. If I recall, her first appearance as Warbird is actually, it's like Avengers 2000 or something, or Avengers, something like that. But she doesn't actually wear a different outfit in her first appearance as Warbird when she takes on that name, so I don't really care about it. And that's a really weird time in Carol's history as well, so not really a fan of it. Although I say that and I have Avengers 200, so go figure. That's more of a, it's a longer story. We won't get into that today. But yeah, that's what she is. Standard female body. Odd choice for the hair, but okay. Really wish they had done something with the leg. They could have even just sculpted a little bit on there, and they really didn't. It's just slapped on paint decals, and they're not even very, get that off there so it doesn't fall. They're not even very well done. You can see they overlap a lot, and they're kind of messed up in certain places. It's really just that one arm, really. That's the worst part. Yeah, that's still waiting for justice for Carol, I guess, but this'll do for now. As a addendum, this figure has a bend here in the peg for the neck, which if you compare it to standard kind of neck pegs for female figures done in the past, doesn't have that at all. So that's a slight improvement. The only issue is it is larger than the old peg. So when you have a head like this that fits on this peg, which you would want to put on the binary figure, they didn't give you a second head for, and she does appear many times just in this outfit with the Carol Danvers standard human head on, it does not fit. can really, maybe if you were to heat it up, it is a smaller difference than the teenage peg to the female figurehead. And that obviously doesn't work. Yeah. Trying to see what it would look like. It would look good. And it would look more or less, this is my preferred Carol Danvers head. It would look more or less how she looks in the panels of the comic as binary. So, really disappointed that you would have to even try something else. One other thing that did get pointed out to me was her hands have a little bit of detailing. You can see there in the palm. She actually has finger sculpting. Which, why give her that and not anything in the flames, which are clearly... No, it's okay. Who knows? Where did I put her head? Let's put this head back on. It's very uncomfortable to handle. Because of its pokiness. You do get it on there. But because it does have that room, that's why she gets a good amount of... it's actually probably one of the only female figures who can actually look up, like, any decent amount. And I think a lot of that... Oh, look! And you can pop her head back and have her look up more. And that is entirely due to the neck peg that they changed. And there she is. If I can bend her legs a little so you can see that. I think that's probably what their thought process was on the hair, now that I really think about it. There she's got the little ball that she came with on. Something like that, maybe, flying through space. It's a little, I mean, yeah, it's definitely better than her just standing there. But still disappointed that you can't get on either any of these heads. I'll have to poke around. I don't think there's any other figure that would have a blonde head that already has that size neck peg in it, but hopefully they will be redoing this one as well as this one sometime soon.